Gaslighting is a form of manipulation that often occurs in abusive relationships. It is a covert type of emotional abuse in which the bully or abuser misleads the target, creating a false narrative and making them question their judgments and reality. Ultimately, the victim of gaslighting starts to feel unsure about their perceptions of the world and even wonder if they are losing their sanity. Gaslighting primarily occurs in romantic relationships, but it's not uncommon in controlling friendships or among family members as well. People who gaslight others may have mental health disorders. They use this type of emotional abuse to exert power over others to manipulate friends, family members, or even co-workers. How gaslighting works. Gaslighting can confuse you and cause you to question your judgment, memory, self-worth, and overall mental health. These are the tactics a person who is gaslighting you might use. 1. Lying to you. People who engage in gaslighting are often habitual and pathological liars and frequently exhibit narcissistic tendencies. It is typical for them to blatantly lie and never back down or change their stories, even when you call them out or provide proof of their deception. They may say something like, "You're making things up, that never happened," or "You're crazy." 2. Discrediting you. People who gaslight spread rumors and gossip about you to others. They may pretend to be worried about you while subtly telling others that you seem emotionally unstable or crazy. Unfortunately, this tactic can be extremely effective and many people side with the abuser or bully without knowing the full story. 3. Distracting you. When you ask someone who gaslights a question or call them out for something they did or said, they may change the subject by asking a question instead of responding to the issue at hand. This not only throws off your train of thought but causes you to question the need to press a matter when they don't feel the need to respond. 4. Minimizing your thoughts and feelings. Trivializing your emotions allows the person who is gaslighting you to gain power over you. They might make statements like, "Calm down, you're overreacting," or "Why are you so sensitive?" All of these statements minimize how you're feeling or what you're thinking and communicate that you're wrong. 5. Shifting blame. Blame shifting is another common gaslighting tactic. Every discussion you have is somehow twisted to where you are to blame for something that occurred. Even when you try to discuss how the abuser's behavior makes you feel, they are able to twist the conversation so that you end up questioning if you are the cause of their bad behavior. For example, they may claim that if only you behave differently, they would not treat you the way that they do. 6. Denying wrongdoing. People who engage in bullying and emotional abuse are notorious for denying that they did anything wrong. They do this to avoid taking responsibility for their poor choices. This denial can leave the victim of gaslighting feeling unseen, unheard, and as though the impact on them is of no importance. This tactic also makes it very hard for the victim to move on or to heal from the bullying or abusiveness. 7. Using compassionate words as weapons. Sometimes, when called out or questioned, the person who gaslights will use kind and loving words to try to smooth over the situation. They might say something like, "You know how much I love you. I would never hurt you on purpose." These words may be what you want to hear, but they are inauthentic, especially if the same behavior is repeated. To conclude, if you are experiencing gaslighting in a relationship, there are some steps you can take to protect yourself, like setting boundaries. Boundaries tell others what you are willing to accept in a relationship. Make it clear that you won't allow the other person to engage in actions such as trivializing or denying what you have to say. You can also end the relationship. While it can be difficult, ending the relationship with someone who repeatedly gaslights you is often the most effective way to end the abuse. And that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe.